So I'm gonna start this off with just simply saying 4.4 million people quit their jobs between the month of September and October. Here we are, November 15th. 4.4 million people just decided, hey, we're done with this shit. A lot of people have a lot of reasons as to why this is happening. I don't necessarily believe it's a lazy thing. I think it's just a kind of I'm not motivated to go to work thing. Why are you not motivated to go to work? Well, since we started opening up the economy over the last several months and unemployment has ended, people are, starting to go, okay, it's time to get back to work. They got these raises, right? And there's all these wonderful companies and even McDonald's and, fast food restaurants are offering these signing bonuses for coming to work. What's happened? Well, inflation has skyrocketed. So you're excited about your $2 or $3 an hour raise. All of a sudden, let me just go over this year's numbers. Food prices, they're up 6%. What does that mean? Well, if you go to the grocery store and you can get away with just spending $100, you're paying an extra $6. What does that mean? You're working an extra half an hour to pay for your food with your new raise. What else is up? Cheap foods like cereals, 3%. Bakery goods are up 3%. Usually like that nice, you buy your cereal because it comes in a box. You can just pour it in there and pour a bunch of milk, which used to be cheap, but milk is like $7 a gallon now. And that's what you would feed to your kids, right? Because it would inflate and fill up the belly and your kids love you because it's got the little fruity things. Can't do that anymore because it's up 3%. Holy shit, Captain Crunch is up. What else is up? Fish, eggs, meat. Meat's like up something crazy, like 30% in some areas, 30%. So that, cheap piece of like steak that you were trying to split among a family of 5 and you're looking at it going, is it really worth $15? No, it's not worth $15 anymore to feed that family. It's actually worth, what is it? Closer to $20. So, hey, we're working another extra half an hour to just pay for that one meal, that one dinner that you're trying to provide for your family. What hurts the pocketbook? Nothing like energy prices going up as we come into the winter. It's already getting cold in certain parts of the country. I'm here in beautiful Southern California. It's a warm day, actually. As you can see, I got the door open and let a little bit of the breeze come through. But energy prices are up 30% on the year. What does that mean? If your summer electric bill is somewhere around $200, well, you're paying $260. Wait till you want to crank on the heater. Everyone, bundle up. It's cheaper for you to buy a bunch of jackets and sweaters and hoodies and socks and more quilts than it is to throw on the heater at the moment. I'm just going over these numbers in my head and it's kind of blowing my mind because we just signed this infrastructure bill. And we're going to improve our roads and our highways and all this money is going to stimulate the economy and it's going to improve America. Have you ever been on a freeway or highway while they were redoing the roads or expanding the highway, sat in that traffic for 2 or 3 years, and when they finally opened it up and completed it, found yourself sitting in the same fucking traffic? I don't know. I feel like they plan for today's numbers and then they forget it's going to take 3 or 4 or 5 years to finish the project, and then people are going to procreate, kids are going to turn 16, they're going to get their driver's licenses. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not at the city council meeting or the state meeting, or I just don't know what the thought process is on that. But anytime that there's infrastructure, it's a major inconvenience. Not that we don't need it, but at this point in our history and our time and what's going on in the world and where people are, this is something that's going to directly impact the taxpayers. But it's good for us. It's going to create. This is something that's going to have a direct impact on us. But it's going to be good for us. It's going to create jobs. It's going to create opportunities. And the people is going to create employment, and we're going to get people back to work. Who the hell wants to go to work for minimum wage, slave driving, while the cost of food and energy and now they want a commuter tax? We're going to tax you to get in your car to go to work. But wait a minute, you've been telling us to go to work and get off the unemployment. Now we're getting off the unemployment. You want us to get in our cars to go to work, but you're going to tax us. You're going to tax me because I got to drive to work. Tax me to get to the office. Awesome. That sounds good to me. Gas is over $5 a gallon in my neighborhood. Awesome. Can't wait to get to work and, commute 50 miles because most people can't afford to live where they work anyway. Don't let me digress. Just a little bit more. This was my opinion. Like, anytime that you spend trillions of dollars on anything in this country, I don't know, the middle class, the poor, it just never seems to get anywhere. Fortunately, I'm barely hanging on the upper part. Like I'm trying to climb up. I roll with the punches. I'm gonna roll with the punches. You guys are gonna do this. The economy's gonna do that. They're gonna sign this legislation into law. I don't really care who the administration is. I roll with it. I figure it out, and I try to move on. Obviously, that there's better policies that benefit me and others more, I'm all for those as well. But typically I can't control everything. So whatever is in my control, that's what I try to focus on, and how do I plow through that? That's just me. But for most people, my brothers, my sisters, my hardworking people, you're gonna get screwed. We're all gonna get screwed in some capacity, but some people are gonna get really, 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 really screwed. Screwed in a way that it's gonna be generationally screwed. $1.2 trillion, and then apparently I'm reading that there's this extra $500 billion that it's going to be taxpayer money, and but it's going to really benefit us. That comes to out, I don't know, 1.2 trillion, and my math might be wrong, and it might be, I may not have all the story together, but it's like $1.7 trillion, $1.7 trillion, but it's gonna help us. It's gonna help the middle class. Every time there's something that's $1 trillion that gets signed into legislation, the rich seem to get richer, and the gap between the middle class and the rich gets broader and broader. It looks like a triple Whopper. Do they do those? Because those are yummy, but you can't afford those anymore because Whoppers are like $8 now. The gap between the middle class and the rich just gets wider and wider, and the gap between the middle class and the poor just gets narrower and narrower. $1.7 trillion or $1.2 trillion. If you really wanted to have helped people in a way that directly impacts them right away, get rid of their student debt. It's like $1.7 trillion in student debt. There's kids that are 23 years old coming out of college with $80,000 worth of debt. Give them an opportunity to get out into the workforce, to make money, to work, to invest, to create jobs, to create opportunities for other people. Instead, you tax them an extra $1,000 a month, because they went to college and got this amazing education. And you lend money to Warren Buffett at a negative interest rate. And then you charge these kids interest to pay money for something that you were told and you taught them. We said, hey, go to college and there'll be an opportunity there for you. And it's bullshit. It's not there anymore. I'm worried, for my family, for my son's future. I'm worried for my neighbors. I'm worried for every time I walk into a place and I see somebody that's back there and they're just doing their job, keeping their nose down and doing what they were told they were supposed to do, work hard, be a good citizen and pay your taxes and vote. And you're getting screwed royally, and I'm getting sick of it. And it's not a political thing, and it's not a Biden or a Trump or whoever the next idiot's gonna be. It happens right under our noses all the time. And the poor and the middle class and the hardworking W-2 worker is the one that ends up biting the bullet and having to flip the bill, and it sucks. It really does. I want to just say, the more I see the way that things just get passed through, slipped through, the way that it is marketed and sold to you, it's really, really unfair. And this is going to be another costly event in the history of our lives. This infrastructure bill, it's going to add more weight to the backs of our seniors, our young people, and those that are coming into the workforce over the next decade. They're going to pay. There's not going to be anything left for them. You think we're having trouble filling jobs now? Wait, who wants to go to work for $20 an hour when inflation is up 70, 80%? You think it can't happen? Wait till you hit a 70, 80% tax bracket in our lifetime. You watch, it's coming. Who loves you, baby? Your boy AMJ.